Good morning, my friends. I'm out in my front yard, and this is Fanny Munson, and I'm actually in the elm garden. But hang on, and this is one of the first leaves from the dragon heart. Here's one, and this is over in this old telephone area that I'm trying to disguise, and that's the dragon heart. Now, I know I've planted 7 in here, but I don't know if that's going to be enough. And I've planted 26 bulbs over here, and my pentas are just on their way out. So I'm trying to wait until the caladiums take over to then pull out more of these pentas, but the bees are still over here. So what are you going to do? So here's my solution. I'm on my back porch now, and I have 2 trays. They're not huge trays. I would say that's about a 6 to 5, maybe a 10 by 15, something like that, 11 by 16, and it's a nice size depth. Make a great worm bin. Anyway, I have 2 of them, and so what I'm going to do is I'm going to plant backups. And if I don't use them where I'm showing you, then I can certainly use them somewhere else. First, though, I wanted to show you, this is Miracle Grow, and it's called Moisture Control Potting Soil. Boy, is this stuff nice. I think it's probably one of their top of the line. I think they have an organic that's even a little more expensive, but this, this moisture control protects against over and under watering. Well, these are going to be probably only in here for a week or so, and I don't think it's going to be anything longer than that. Let me just aim you down here because I want to show you that, and I want to show you the soil and how nice it is. Just look at this. For those of us who are worm farmers, now this is strictly the moisture control. I haven't added anything to it. I'm not exactly sure what that is. These little beads, they don't look like worm castings. I'm really not sure if that is even in there. No, I think it's some sort of like a little fertilizer. Anyway, I was going to put like a dozen in each one, and I thought about originally, but anyway, let me just show you this. Let me back you off back to 1 so that you can see. And very nice soil. I mean, it's got that's perlite is the little white clusters in it. It's got just a little bit of, it's probably got peat moss in it, and that's what you're seeing. But this is so much more finished than their regular Miracle Grow potting soil. So I wanted to show these to you. Now, I did show you, I won't show their, because I had problems with it before, but that's what the caladiums are going to look like, hopefully. And this is what the caladium bulb looks like. Now you can see, I'm going to back you off just a little bit. You can see what this looks like. This is the bigger one. These are the dragon hearts, and there were only I think 12 in one bag and 13 in another. But you can see you've got like little hair roots all over it. That's the bottom. But can you see how it kind of concaves on the bottom side and kind of humps up on the top side? And you can also see when they start to come up that you can see like a little nub on it. I'm told that, you know, I could break this all apart, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, but I'm not going to because I really like the effect of the cluster of leaves. And so I'm going to I've only got maybe an inch. Uh, this is a real temporary situation. Uh, Maybe 10 days this is going to be in here. So I'm just going to real loosely pack these in here. Normally you would have them, they say 4 inches apart, but remember these aren't going to be growing quite like that. I just want to give them time to start developing their own roots on this. Really some beautiful, beautiful, beautiful bulbs. If you're into bulbs, those are really nice. They're going to come up quickly. They look very viable. You know, I've gone through and I've taken each one and looked at it and said, what the heck? Like this one. I mean, really, tell me which side you think is up. I mean, obviously this section was broken off and that was broken off, but I'm assuming that this is somehow the top side, possibly right like that. And our last one going in. And then I have a 13th. Well, actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it, this one, and then I have Dragonheart written. I thought about originally doing, since I had cups from our vacation, and I thought, oh, the heck with that, I'm just going to do one in a cup and see if that works. And then just put a little bit of, actually I'm going to put a little bit of worm castings in the base of this. Now I was just playing with my worm castings, and then I'll put a little more of this on top. You're supposed to use 2 inches on the top of your bulbs. Give it a little bit more, give it a little water. But I thought that was kind of interesting that this is, like I said, this is right out of the bag. I mean, it just, let me just do a squeeze test. I mean, it doesn't hold together completely, but it's got a lot of moisture in it. It'd be interesting to see how it holds that moisture. And this was my worm castings that I just was doing by hand, you know, in the kitchen, in my table. And I went through and pulled out all the worms. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to sprinkle a nice amount over it. And that'll water it in. And then here is the more of the Miracle Grow. And I think that'll be enough for my 2 inches. It has to be peat moss, but see, you can still see there's little pieces of stuff. I don't know if that's biochar or if it's avocado. Not going to give them too much of a problem coming up. Let's move over here. Now this is going to be a little more the challenge. This was the Fanny Munson, and Fanny Munson, oh, her bulbs were kind of tiny. I mean, there were 37 in each thing, and as you can see, I mean, your guess is as good as mine as to what's the top. I assume that's the top. So I feel like I'm just playing, let's guess. I'm told that they will come up. They will find their way. Whoops, I think that might be a little nub there. Take out a few more here. Oh look, oh, phew, one with an answer. I'm told that even if you plant it bottom side up, that it will eventually right itself. I've planted bulbs for caladium bulbs for quite a few years, and I always seem to have success with them. In this bag, there was 37. Did I say that already? So I'm gonna see if I can scrunch these together because I'm trying to do that bigger area. And then I also think I'm going to do back closer to the house, up in front. I always hate planting a lot of things up there because when we do our Christmas lights, Rick pulls out the ladder and he just, I love the man, but he's a bull, you know. He goes through, and if he doesn't knock my plants down, he, you know, rips leaves off, and don't say anything to him because he'll be upset with you. You know, it's like, okay, I don't know. I think that might be the top. Like I said, remember, you're kind of looking for a bottom side, kind of a concave to that. Well, see, now look. Now there you're looking for the concave. And that's what you see is more of a concave. And yet, when you come to it, this looks like the nipple of it. And it might be coming out here, too. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 rows of 4. That's 16. See if we can find any that are easy to pick. Maybe. 17. 18. Come on, 2 more that are easy. Come on. Whoops. There's a 19 and there's a 20. Oops, did I drop it? Yeah, there's my 19. And there's the 20. And here's a nice one for my cup. I wanted each one to have a cup just to see how. Let me do a sprinkle. Wait, I had it there before. Did I have it there before? Where was it? Making a liar out of myself. Oh, maybe that's it. Oh, there we go. Okay. Alrighty. We got a little of that. Okay, so I'm back. Now I've got 16 in here, and this is my Fanny, this is my 17. So I'm going to take my worm castings. I mean, I really went through these and tried to, what do they, mill it? Is that, I think is the proper term. The first time, this, you know, tells you how things are going. Look, there's another one of those little, I don't think those are worms. I think that's, oh no, those are mine. I'm sorry, those are, that was a cocoon. Anyway, the first time when I bought my can of worms, and I went to see the guy, I'll just keep working. Went to see the man who had Worms Way, and I bought a little 1 pound bag of worm castings from him. 1 pound, and it was I think it was $12 for 1 pound, and it had been milled. I think he said it had been run through the mill 2 or 3 times. Like, that really made it special. And, you know, I was afraid to use it. I still have it 15 years later. And occasionally I'll open it up and I go, wow, I'm sure it's, you know, totally inert now. But I thought, wow, you know, the old line that they must have seen you coming. And to pay that much now that everybody's doing it and it's a lot more commonplace, you're only paying maybe a few dollars for a pound. But boy, that was, you know, that was a lot of money. And I thought, this stuff is gold. Don't make it gold. Use it. If you don't use it, you lose it, as they say. All right, so both of these, yeah, that's definitely got some peat moss in it because I can see the way it's holding on to my skin. Now I've used all of the dragon hearts that I have. Okay, and it says please plant within 3 to 4 weeks. Plant 2 inches deep, 4 inches apart. But I'm not putting them out like this. When these start to poke their little heads up, hopefully in a week to 10 days, I'm going to be ready out there in the front yard to have, excuse me, more bulbs planted. You know, I'm going to have spaces and room where I can actually take that pentaplants out, put some worm castings in there, and stick these bulbs that hopefully will have, you know, a little bit of root starting and their little noses poking out, and I can get them right in there. Now I am going to add, I don't have my sprinkling can with me, so I'm just going to rinse my hands off, kind of add water to this. And remember, this is moisture control, so this should be the okie dokie, as they say. I love planting bulbs. I think it's one of the more fun. It's like planting seeds, you know. It's like the promise of tomorrow. You know, I think it was Audrey Hepburn said to plant a tree is to believe in tomorrow, or something along that line. I'm sorry, Audrey. I don't remember what you said exactly, but I'm going to, I stabbed holes all through this, and I'm just going to use a cup without a hole. So that was it. Stay tuned. I think that Miracle Grow was about, I think, because, you know, Rick buys things for me, but then I pay the bills, so it's kind of hard to surprise me, isn't it? I mean, you can surprise me, but then I'm paying for it. Or we're paying for it, sorry. I think this was like $20, you know, $22, something for top of the line. I think for the organic, it's like $25. And that's a 2 cubic foot bag. So, I mean, I think this will go a long way. So, anyway, stay tuned. I'll let you know how, let's see, we have Dragonheart over here, and we have Miss Fanny Munson over here. So this is, what's today, the 20th of August. So hopefully by the 30th of August, we'll have all these little noses poking up. So anyway, take care, everybody. I hope you all have a great day, and come back and see me again real soon. And if you have any questions on either the caladium bulbs or the amaryllis bulbs that I'm going to be redoing very quickly here soon, just let me know. I'll be glad to answer. Take care. Bye-bye. Remember, garden what you've got. Bye-bye.